All right. So today I got this another Medford, of course. I haven't done a review on this guy yet, so this is the review, obviously. I've had it for a while now. Doesn't get a lot of pocket time, and I'll get into that. Love the knife. This one is an S45 VN drop point. It's got the the new finish on there. As you can tell, it is a little bit of a user. Flamed hardware and everything, kind of starting to show a little bit of wear. This one was from October of 21. This one does have a lock bar stabilizer, and man, this one is just ridiculous smooth. Just no detent lash, and it's it's a thicker knife, which I love. And I'm just gonna kind of jump into the only thing I don't love about it, and that's the pocket clip. So the clip on this guy is the same as the Slim Midi. So I just wish they would have put something larger on there. And I did see at EDC Specialties, there's a guy if you go on the website and look under Medford, he makes Damascus clips. But I don't know, they've on Instagram, they have a video of it on a Praetorian Slim, and it looks good on there. And I'm thinking about getting one and just putting it on here, because it said it'll fit all 2-hole Medfords. But this guy, 0.187 or 1.19 on the blade and the handle scales. It's got the 2 cutouts there that they don't really do much, but it looks nice. So this is the Midi, and I did put an edge on it. Their heat treat is just really well. It was harder steel, but man, it sharpened up just ridiculous sharp. So I got it. It wasn't this. Well, this was actually the first knife I ever sharpened. And people, I know, are going to say, well, why would you do your first time sharpening on an expensive knife? And I don't really have an answer for that, other than I didn't want a dull knife. A dull knife to me, I can't carry it if it's dull. I don't know why. Took an edge really well. Almost put a mirror on there. And this one's very well broken. And it's perfect. If it just was the clip, I just wish the clip was different. I think I'm gonna start carrying it more now that I get it in hand. You know how it goes. You got a collection of knives, and sometimes you don't stop and smell the roses. And now that I'm holding it, I do want to carry it. So you got your Midi, your Slim Midi, and the H. I don't have a full size H, which is the 0.26 on the blade, and I don't have the dress Marauder. It'd be cool to have in the collection, but it's just way too small for me personally. So as you can see, Slim Midi, and this one's nice and chunky. And then you've got the H, which is the same as far as the handles and the scales. You get a weight on this guy. Here's one more comparison to the XM18 3.5. So it's a good sized knife. It is beefy. Get a weight on here. Get that out of the way. 0 out. 6.7. So it's got some heft to it, which I personally like. Measurements real quick, because I haven't carried this one in a while. about 8.5 with that lanyard deal on there. Blade length, about 3 3/4. Cutting edge, almost 3.5. So good knife, you know. Like I said, got this in a trade, and it was a little deceiving because he said the edge just needed touched up, and you know how that goes when you're buying and trading and selling knives. Sometimes they'll throw a little fib in there, but bought a KME sharpener and just started sharpening knives. And you know, you can buy the higher end stuff and all that, and I'm not doing hand, you know, on the stones, just fixed sharp. It's good enough for me. You know, I do enjoy sharpening them, but this ain't about sharpening. So, you know, you've got full weight. I've seen them without the lanyard hole on there. It's got kind of, you know, your backspacer. I wish they would have done, instead of lanyard hole, you know, done the glass breaker that they put on there. But, you know, never met a guy that carries lanyard on his knife. I don't know what your guys' thoughts on that are, but kind of a simple video because this one, you know, all the Medfords for the most part have been done a lot, but just the smoothness of this guy is ridiculous. You know, rock solid lockup. You know, you're at, you know, 30-40% right there. Perfectly centered. You know, Medfords just have the quality to them that are second to none. Never had one with lock stick. I've heard people have lock stick on them, but generally when that happens is they've either took it apart and put too much oil on it, or tried oiling it, you know, put some oil in here on the washers, and then you'll get a little bit of oil on that lock face. If you have lock stick on a Medford, there's generally, most of the time, it's going to be you've got oil or whatever, grease or whatever on the lock bar. Ceramic detent, all Torx hardware, and you know, now that I am holding this, yeah, I think I'm going to start carrying this a little bit more. It doesn't get the love that it deserves. Got the, you know, it's, once it's already been used, you know, and it's not in bad shape by any means. It's just, you know, unless I was to actually make a video of me torture testing knives and all that shit, you know, I just not, because I don't camp, I don't go hiking, I don't do any of that. I open boxes, and that's about it. You know, you open boxes, you open letters, you open normal shit. You know, unless you guys want to see me do that, then I can, but maybe I will do the one on this one. I don't know. We will see. So, love the knife. Ergo's on it. Pretty good for what it is. You know, you got good 4-finger grip. It does have that choke up on there, that choil. And it just feels really good. You know, it's the whole Medford, they're just bricks. It's like, well, you can just think whatever you want, you know. It is what it is. You don't like them, you don't like them. You know, there's knives I don't like that, you know, I won't trash talk because ain't no point in it. You know, I mean, I did shit on a Benchmade recently, but I believe that was justifiable. But, you know, I could get into a 2-hour conversation about Medford and Greg, but you can't deny that the guy makes good, reliable, dependable, hard use knives, And the past couple years, four years or so, he's started making the, you know, smaller knives per se, not like super small, but more pocket friendly, I guess you'd say. And that's fine, you know. But I do like the bigger models for the most part, and this is kind of an in-betweener. You know, not too big, not too small, about the same size of everything else. So it is a little bit heftier, but it's Medford, and I love this knife. It's actually, I think I'll throw it in the pocket today. So that's going to be it. Short, sweet. If you like the content, give me a like, follow, subscribe. You know, I'd like to hear your thoughts on Medford, good or bad. I'm sure they'll mostly be bad, but that's fine. I appreciate you guys watching. Have a good one.